Hi, and welcome to the Little Fireface podcast from the Little Fireface Project. My name is Kylie, and I'll be your host and guide to all things slow lores. Today, I'm speaking with Meg Barrett, who studied play and slow lorises for her master's dissertation. Meg talks about her research with these animals and how she studied them. Hopefully, when she's published her results, she'll come back and tell us more about those as well. Let's take a listen to my interview with Meg. Hello. Okay, cool. Okay, so can you state your name and what you do for me?
My name is Meg Barrett, and I studied play and slow lorises for my master's dissertation.
Thank you very much. So can you tell us a little bit more about your research with slow lorises?
Sure. Okay, so I studied play in slow lorises, so the functions, why they play, how they play, the kind of behaviors they do during play, and who they play most with. So I looked at a 9-year database, and I analyzed all of the play data in it.
And what makes play so interesting for you to study?
I think it's really interesting because all animals engage in play, or at least all mammals, and there's more evidence that non-mammals also engage in play, but we don't really know the exact function or reasons that they play. A lot of them play in similar ways, so that suggests that there's some kind of natural selection that has favored it over the course of evolution, and it seems to help them practice for later behaviors in adult life. It's also really cute.
Fair enough. So were you in the field watching slow lorises play, or how did you do your research?
I did not go to the field. I did a desk-based study. I did a desk-based study, which was it was good, and it's beneficial because you can look at more data that way. When you're in the field, you're limited to the amount of time that you're in the field and how much data you can collect there. But by doing a desk-based study, I was able to look at all 9 years of the Little Fireface Project's data.
What have been some of the challenges of this work, and then also some of the success moments?
Well, I guess some of the challenges are that slow lorises are obviously they're nocturnal and they're quite cryptic. So we have some videos of slow lorises playing, but it's a bit difficult to see. So to analyze the exact behaviors, that's kind of a challenge because sometimes it's difficult to see what exactly they're doing while they're playing. But some of the successes have been, the success of it was completing it for my master's degree. And it's gaining a better understanding of why animals play. So that was cool because I feel like I learned a lot more than I knew before about play.
Well, I was going to ask, the conservation challenges relevant to what you do. I'm not sure if you have, or the impact, if you have an answer to that, but if not, that's okay.
I mean, not necessarily. Some people think that you can use play to assess the well-being of animals, because if they're in an environment that's not optimal, or if they're stressed or unhealthy, then they tend to not play as much. So you can kind of use that in one way to kind of assess the well-being of an animal, or if they're stressed, or the kind of environment that they're in, if they're lacking food, or whatever.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so, because this is Slow Loris Outreach Week, and we're talking all about slow loris conservation, what are some things that people listening to this can do to promote slow loris conservation in their daily lives?
I would say educating yourself. So obviously they're already doing that by listening to this. Looking up more information, like on the Little Fireface Project's website, supporting their Etsy shop, telling your friends about it. And if you see videos online or pictures of people holding slow lorises or slow lorises being kept as pets, then instead of sharing those videos, more like educating people as to why that's not good and why they shouldn't be pets. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Meg.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you so much for listening to the Little Fireface podcast. This week, we're premiering one episode every day in honor of Slow Loris Outreach Week, so stay tuned and keep liking and sharing Slow Loris Outreach Week content on social media. We are at Little Fireface on Twitter and Instagram, and Little Fireface Project on Facebook. To learn more about the Little Fireface Project, check out www.nocturama.org. To show off your own Slow Loris pride and let us know what you think of the Little Fireface podcast, use the hashtag #Slow2019. The Little Fireface podcast is hosted and produced by me, Kylie Sorensen, with special thanks to Meg Barrett. Music by Poddington Bear.